Look, there's a lot of people that go into making a record and a career a success, and I've had a lot of great people along my path with me for quite a long time. First and foremost is Byron Gallimore, who's been with me every step of the way, and it's taught me everything I know about making records, and I don't know how much it is I know, but you've taught me all of it. And I can't imagine making a record with anybody else but Byron. I mean, he's the heart and soul of everything that I do in the studio. Missy, with all the help that she's given us all through the years, finding songs and bringing great songs and not settling for songs that aren't up to what we want, the songs that we want to record. Songwriters, I mean, this town revolves on songwriters. I've said it over and over and over again every time that we've been to one of these events that, you know, there's people at 7-Eleven that can sing better than I can, but there's not a lot of people that can write a great song. And this town's full of those kind of people who are spectacular at what they do, and they work hard at it. They believe in what they do. They have heart and soul. They truly are poets. That's really what they are. They're modern-day poets. They're the best that we have, and they're the best that this industry has to have, and they're right here in Nashville, Tennessee. So we ought to be proud of those guys, and I know we are. You know, all the folks in my management company, Red Light, McGraw, all the people that work for us on the road, all the stuff that we do. I mean, there's a lot of people who do a lot of things that make this work. One person who goes above and beyond the duty all the time, he always looks out for our family. He always has us in his mind when he's doing anything, and he's always doing more than he should, or more than he gets paid for, I should say, is Al Hageman. He's back here. Of course, my wife and family who mean everything to me, and the artist, Keith and Taylor, two of the best artists that we have, not in just country music, but in music in general. I mean, Keith Urban, I've been a fan of his for a long, long time. He's a great, great artist. He's an artist that we ought to be proud to have come from this town, proud to have represent us in everything that he does, because he's one of the guys that steps out there and makes everybody look at us here in Nashville and say, those guys know what they're doing. He didn't hesitate when I called him up and asked him to play on this record. It wasn't a second thought. He played it. He said, send it over to me and I'll do it. And when he did and I got it back, it really blew me away. I mean, we knew we had a great record when we cut it. We knew we had a great song to start with. When you hear a song and you don't have to think, let me listen to it again. You don't have to think, let me think about what I'm going to do with this record. When you hear a song and it just sort of lays right there for you and it shows you everything that you want to do, your mind instantly has a white flash, and you know exactly what you want to do on it. This was this kind of song. And I knew I wanted Keith on it. I knew I wanted Taylor on it. And when I called those guys up, and they agreed right away to do it, and sent it over to them, and they sent it back, and you get something back that is way more than you ever could have expected, way better than you ever thought it was going to be, way more heart and soul in it than you ever thought would be put into it. I mean, not that you would think that, well, maybe you would think that some artists might not put all of it into it when they're doing something, but this was spectacular. When I heard the guitar solo on this, when it came back to me, it was really something that just made you stand up on your toes and just think, you know, this is something that's going to live for a long, long time. So thank Keith for doing that. I appreciate it. You're a bro, man. And I have to say, for Taylor, I'm a big fan of Taylor's for a lot of reasons. I mean, she's so smart. She's so talented. She's beautiful. She's glamorous. All those things. But in a room full of songwriters, I think it should be said, and I say it all the time, that I think Taylor Swift is a spectacular songwriter. And I think that so for her to come sing on my record was a big deal for me, and it was a big deal for my 3 daughters at home as well. So thank Taylor, thank Scott, thank Big Machine, thank everybody who's been a part of all of this. I know I'm forgetting somebody, but you know, this has been a ride. This has been something that's been very cool for a long, long time for me, and I feel like that I'm just getting started. So thank you guys.